Okay, what's going on, guys? This is Biz, and today I'm going to record a little video for Half-Life 2 SMOD, and I'm going to just go over a couple of simple tips and tricks that will help you when you're doing map adding for this game. I'm going to go over a few CVARs that are in the game, and then a couple weapons that the author added into the game that'll definitely help you out if you're planning to do put in any work with the map ads. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to talk kind of quick because it's like 100 degrees in my house and my computer is chugging along today, so you have to excuse the video if there's any choppy footage. But yeah, so I have a script already made up that I'm going to use here, and that'll give me all the weapons and everything. And of course, you always want the gravity gun. Pretty handy. If you don't know what this does by now, just go shoot yourself. But yeah, the physics gun. This is like from Gmod. Pretty cool. You can pick stuff up, manipulate it, move it around. Very useful. I'll go over that in a minute. This is probably the most handiest weapon for doing map ads. This is called the physics launcher gun, or I think it's called stuff launcher by the game. Yeah, stuff launcher. And essentially, you can by using mouse 2, you can grab something and suck it up, and then mouse 1 shoots out a copy of it, which is pretty handy. One thing that people probably might not know about this is you can actually charge your shot by holding down mouse 1, and it'll actually kick out your, it'll shoot it farther than usual. So you can kind of charge that up. And there's a bunch of CVARs that will actually let you modify this gun. And they start with Fizz Launch. And let's see, there's a real important one right here. This one's called Dissolve Entity. And by default, SMOD sets that to 1. And what that does is anytime you copy an entity or suck it up with mouse 2, it'll actually delete it from the map. And that can be real annoying when you're doing map ads. So I always set that to 0. And that way, you know, no hassles with that. The real nice thing about this gun, actually, is the fact that anytime you copy an entity with it, like this Combine soldier, for instance, anytime you copy him, it will output right. Well, let me try again. It'll output right into the console some mapad code, and this is pre-formatted by the SMOD engine, and you can actually just copy this and paste it right into a script, and it'll work right out of the box. So you can see it's pretty handy for like maybe making a whole little squad right here. Just copy them all, and there you go. There's your code. Now this doesn't work out of the box for everything. Notably would be the item crates that are found in the Half-Life 2 campaign. If you suck those up and spit them out, they come out as like a simple physics prop, and they won't function as intended, so you'll have to make some manual edits to that. But this thing's real nice. I mean, when you start getting into doing some advanced map adding stuff, you'll be placing entities in your map that have no physical model like this, and so you can very easily take this and put it wherever you need, you know. If you need this to be up in the sky, let's say somewhere, like a path for a gunship or something, you can put it up in the sky there, and then use the physics launcher here and copy it. And I gotta clear this again. And you copy it, and there you got your position or your origin for the thing right there. So real handy with the stuff launcher there. As far as the physics gun, this thing you can, with mouse 1, you can pick up any entity that's not a static prop, I believe. So even like these Combine, you can pick them up, move them around, throw them around the level, whatever you gotta do. That's mouse 1. The E button, or your use button I should say, will actually lock it in place, and it'll freeze it. It'd be similar to the freeze key value used in the Mapadd system. And really, I mean, that freezes it in place. And to unfreeze it, you just gotta grab it again. Mouse 2 will shoot out these magnetic, well, they're little balls of glue, but it's actually a magnet. And the R button will reset them. And you can see you have ammo in the bottom right corner. So you can place up to 64 of these in your map. Honestly, I don't know what the hell you need 64 of them for, but, you know, it's something. And, you know, a lot of people really don't know how to use the glue pads, but they're pretty useful for doing stuff like, let's say, setting up, you know, a barrel. It's going to be a pain in the ass to try to get it to sit upright, you know. It'll fall over a lot. But by placing like a glue pad on the bottom there, let's say, and then one on the ground, you know, over here, you can get it to actually sit upright, and it'll start emitting sparks when it gets real close. Let's see if I can get a good angle on this. Yeah, so when it gets close, you'll see it starts emitting sparks, and it'll almost suck it up in there. Now you got to be very careful because with some objects, if the physics can really freak out on you, and it can actually crash your game. So fair warning on using this, but you can see it'll just kind of suck it right there to that spot. Let me try it again so you can see. But yeah, just pick it up, and it'll actually just suck it right over there. There you go, you got a standing barrel. Freeze it in place with the E key, and you're good to go. And I mean, it'll save you a lot of time. But yeah, let's see, and that should cover that. One other thing I wanted to show you here is getting positions in the game. You know, a lot of times you want to place a trigger or something, and there's a very handy command called client show position, or CL show pos, and you can set that to 1, and you'll see, let's see, up here in the top right corner, some numbers will pop up, and those will actually move or change depending on where you move. That's your actual position in the game world, as well as your angle. So you can copy that right into a Mapadd script if you need be. One thing to note though is if you're using the SMOD, the triggers that are included in SMOD, the little instant trigger, you actually need to take your position when you're crouched, especially if you're making a small trigger and you need that third number. You can see that third number changes, that's your Z position. You need to do that crouching. Otherwise, you'll wind up walking through the trigger and it'll and you want to trigger it, it's small. Something to take your trigger positions crouching. Better safe than sorry, I guess. And that's very handy. However, if you have to do it like 100 times in a map, copying it by hand, you're going to get kind of frustrated. So the author included a CVAR here called Impulse 90, and that, if you put it in, will output your current position right into the console for easy copy and paste, you know, right there. So yeah, I think that I'll wrap it up with that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave some comments, of course, and check out the website bsnooch.com. It's bsnooch.com. It's SMOD is still around over there. We're still updating it. One Man Show is still putting out some content. It's still around, but it's kind of underground. So check it out, and thanks for watching.